a plant mama, beginner kind of. I'm always new to everything. Like, I'm not an expert in anything, but I have accumulated a collection over the past few years, and I just want to show you some of my favorite plants that I have in my house. One of my favorites is the Monstera adansonii. I have two versions of them. This one, well, not two versions, but they look different, is this one. He's been growing real nice, and you can see, oh, look, he's got a new little baby just right there. You can see he's curling off, ready to pop out, just about. And I just love these guys. When I first got them, unfortunately, I did lose a few leaves because I didn't water them properly. That's my bad. Now I've become a better plant mama, and they're growing and they're happy. The other one looks different. This one stands straight up. This one hangs. I don't know why, but a week after I got him, he was just started drooping, and I was like, oh no, he's gonna die, but he's still growing, and his stem just wanted to go into a hanging direction, so that's what he looks like. He's also got some new foliage right there, almost popping out, a little curly. It's just curling almost out. This one I got a few weeks ago. It's a Bromelia. I got a few of them because I seen them in the greenhouse, and I was like, they're too cute. So I got a couple of them, and they got them sitting around. The funnest thing about them is their leaves. They're striped. So that is the most beautiful thing I could see. And they weren't like super, they were on the baby table, which is even nicer. The next one are probably the Sansevieria family. So I'm usually not a fan of pokey plants, shall I say, or I like plants that look more fluffy or have more foliage, but the Sansevieria family is just an exception. Because I just love them. I have two of them. I have this one, he's in a small little pot like this, and a big one. I'm not going to show you because he's a little heavy. And actually my big one this summer flowered, which I didn't even notice until I was walking on the balcony. And I was like, oh my god, it has flower. And I took a picture, it was super cute. Yeah, these ones are my favorite. And then I do have one other I have a few Sansevierias, but my favorite out of all of them is this little guy. I don't know what kind of Sansevieria he is, but I know he's Sansevieria. They call him a rough and tough here because they say you can just feed him whenever and stuff, which is also nice. Easy to care for because sometimes I can be forgetful. So I put this guy in a place where, you know, like the kitchen or the bedroom where I don't always have the curtains open, and I can forget about him for a few weeks and he will still be happy. Another to easy care for plant that I just love is cactuses. I have a couple around the house, only because my husband made me buy them, but this one I thought was too cute. He was also at the grocery store for a real good price, so I was like, I'm gonna snatch him up while I can. And this one just made me fall in love with cactuses. He bloomed twice this summer, and I didn't even notice because it was so hot out. I closed the curtains, and then I was like, oh, it's been a while, I haven't watered him. Go to water him, and he's got little flowers. It was the cutest. I'll have to show you some photos. This guy I also got a few weeks ago, or a month ago-ish. He even still has the tag on. I don't know his name. Alocasia cucullata. Now this guy I just loved. And my husband found him when we were in the greenhouse, and we found a really big version, but I was like, I live in an apartment and I got a few big plants already. I need something a little smaller. And then we found him, and my heart just, oh, he's just so cute. Like, look at those leaves. He's got this little point, and they look like little hearts, and that's why I love him. I'm not sure how he's gonna grow because I just got him. Hopefully he will grow nice and big one day. We shall see. This guy I propagated him. He came in a big version, big and fluffy with nice big leaves. It's a Peperomia raindrop, and I accidentally dropped him one day. And I cried. It was a really sad day because this was one of my favorites. And I looked everywhere and I never got another one, but I did propagate him. And he only had a few leaves. You can even see he's growing some new leaves. And I really thought he was going to die and he wasn't going to survive. But I've had him for about a year now, so I'm quite happy that he survived the fall. The little tip of my big Peperomia. But I'm really happy. He's one of my favorites. This is another one of my favorites just because it's so cute. He grows like crazy. It's the string of hearts. When I got him, he was just a baby. I got him in springtime. He was about this big, just the size of the pot. And now look at him. He's super long and he's still growing real good. I just love him. I couldn't ask for any other plant than this. He's just a lovely plant. And this bad boy. This is a Alocasia, which is a Cissus striata. Anywho, I got this a while ago. It's the second one I've had, and he grows like crazy as well. I had him a while ago, and I overwatered him accidentally, and he died. And I was really sad again, and then it was a test run, you know? I'm a beginner. What can you say? I'm always learning. And now I got this one. I've had him for a few months now, and he's been growing really well. I haven't overwatered him. I've been checking his soil, making sure it's not damp, and he's not in the sunshine because the other one I also had in the sun and he burned and some of his leaves turned yellow and they were never the same again. And last but not least is my Monstera deliciosa. This big boy. Now I've only had him for 2 weeks as well. Now I haven't had him for a super long time because they kind of been on the pricier side, and I noticed this guy and he was like a reasonable price, like something I could actually buy. And I was like, I gotta get my hands on that. And I was like debating, do I want him? Do I need him? He's my dream plant. He was still a little on the pricier side for plants, but not too bad. He even had a leaf come out. I don't know if you can still tell. He's a lighter color. He came out about a week ago, which is really nice. And he fits perfectly in this pot when I bought him, so I didn't have to repot him or anything, which is also really nice. And here you have, you can see his big air root sticking out there. But he is one of my dream plants that I have recently got. And those are some of my favorite plants in my collection that I have at the moment. Yeah, what's your guys' favorite plant? Leave it down below and subscribe. Like and subscribe.